What's happening, faithful? I am your man, Lawrence. Welcome to Platform 246. Thank you so much for stepping up. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hopefully, you're having a good one. Uh, I had a long week. I'm sure you had a long week. So, we want to get in here and discuss the 49ers week that was, because if you're like me, the 49ers are a part of your week, just period. The 49ers take up a lot of space in my head. Get my Cardi B cup, my head, and my heart. So again, welcome to Platform 246. We're going to talk about this crazy week that we've had. A lot went down. If you don't mind, please hit the like button when you come in. If you stepped up onto here on purpose, if it was an accident, you slipped, you fall, you tripped, and you just looked up and you landed on the platform. Hello. Happy Saturday. Please hit the like button. Thank you so much for stepping up with us. Stay on. Don't fall off. We got a lot to talk about. What's happening, Spongy? My man, Little Spongy in the building. Where you been, bro? Where you been, my guy? What's happening, SG? How are you doing? Happy Saturday. My morning is going good so far. It's 9:17, folks. But we're about to do this. Do I see my lady? Hi, Tia. How are you doing today, miss? Thank you for stepping up with us. Folks, if you don't mind, please hit the like button, share the video around. Tell a friend, let them decide whether they like me or not. Give them a chance. I know most of us have done that, and I appreciate everybody. Yes, Spongy, we need to talk, sir. You did not come to my birthday stream. I was very hurt, Spongy. I was very hurt, but it's okay. I forgive you. It's all good. Oh, Tia, you got to work on Saturday. Well, hopefully you have a great shift. I don't know how much of my black ass that you can listen to on the way in, but hopefully a little bit. Thank you, SG. I believe, well, you have a sports talk channel as well, right? So maybe we need to do a collaboration. Spongy, I wanted you to hop on, Spongy. Pause. I got one, sons. Boom. Yeah, I wanted you to get into the stream, Spongy, but it's okay. I understand things happen. You are 12 years old. As you get older, you will realize that you have a hell of a lot less time to do the shit that you want to do. You start having to do things that you have to do. All right. So what we need to talk about, though, and what we have to talk about, I didn't even put my intro on. Look at that. Look, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the intro on for y'all. Boom. Debo the like button. I appreciate it. Okay, that was unnecessary because I forgot to do it. But hold on. Last night, Spongy says, last night I was partying. So YK, I'm going to guess that's Let me know in the comments if I got that right. But, okay, so YK, you was partying last night. Partying where? You're 12. What kind of partying were you doing? Can you please let me know that in the comments, Spongy, so I can put your comment on the internet again. I can make a video out of your comment. Please. Okay. What party are you doing at 12? Where was it at? Where was it at? Was it at a Philadelphia Chuck E. Cheese, or what are we doing here, buddy? My little man. See, my kids were partying at 12 too, but it was generally at Chuck E. Cheese with their home. Oh no, that was a little later. That was more like a 9-ish. That was more like age 9. But speaking of partying, free agency is coming up this week, right? So we're going to get into that. It's going to be some parties for a whole lot of people that do not deserve it, a whole lot of players that don't deserve it. But and it's kind of already started. I know somebody who's not going to get the amount of money that they think that they're going to get, but we're not going to get into that, at least not yet. Spongy says out there singing some karaoke. We're going to get you on the channel next time you're on the channel, Spongy. You just earned a singing spot. Okay. And Essie says you should try Kansas City barbecue. It's really good. Well, I'm in Las Vegas. Also, full disclosure, let me put this out there right now for all of you folks out there, whether you are Niner folks, whether you're for whatever reason the Eagles fan, um, or whether you're just whoever, just so this can be seen right now by the world. Okay, I'm black, and unfortunately, we may get into a little bit of blackness during this live stream today, but please hit the like button if you do come through by accident or otherwise on your way in or on your way out. I appreciate it. And I don't like barbecue. I am in my house, SG. When you live here, you don't go to the casinos. You don't visit the hotels. I haven't been to a casino in like maybe 2.5 years, something like that. But what was I talking about? Well, anyway, some people are going to get some money that they don't deserve soon. And something I was saying, something about being black. I remember that. What the fuck was I talking about? Just that quick. Romello in the building. What's happening, sir? I'm glad you came in today. We haven't got into anything yet. Just letting some people come through. Everybody fall in. Hello to everybody. Happy Saturday. How you doing, bro? Man, the disrespect, Romello. The disrespect. So we're going to talk about that. Please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're on the push to 700 subscribers now. I think we're at 661 or 2 or something like that. Very proud accomplishment. I really appreciate each and every one of our subscribers. To one of my friends that I get to interact with and talk Niners ball with. We won't be right back. But what we want to talk about is surgery. Brock Purdy's surgery. I thought we had that banner already locked up, but apparently not. But Brock Purdy had surgery yesterday. And during that surgery, apparently everything went well. So prayers up to that. Thank fucking God. Thank fucking God. And, it was a story. That's what I was going to do. I was going to tell a story. It was going to be good too. But I can't remember now. But Brock Purdy had a surgery yesterday. It was just the kind of like the repair. It was not Tommy John surgery, as I'm sure we all are aware of. So thank for that. So it's just the minimal repair for him. And at this point in time, it's looking like, so what they said yesterday was the time. Well, first of all, some people were saying that the timeline was like a couple of weeks. Brock Purdy's going to be ready in about 4 weeks. That's what they were saying yesterday. That's what a lot of the internet was saying yesterday. And I think that was, primarily what people would like to happen. And there could be multiple reasons as to why that is. But yeah, they were saying yesterday that, his surgery is going to be really, really cool. It went really, really cool. He should be good. You like pulled pork sandwiches? I can't even mess with it. Oh, that's what it was. I'm a black. Thank you, SG. So we'll get wake and bake, Alberto. You know what it is. We'll get right back on Brock in a second. But I'm a black man who does not eat barbecue. Yes, I said it. Now I'm light skinned. Clearly, right? I'm light than a motherfucker. But I'm also black than a motherfucker. I'm a nigga. So, however, though, while I do wake and bake, shout out to you, Alberto. Please hit the like button, folks. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Good to see you, and I always get to see you around in the other ones. Get you into our comment. I know you've been in, but I'm glad to see you here. Hopefully, you're baking on something this Saturday morning too. But I don't eat no barbecue. I don't fuck with it at all. When we go to a barbecue, put some barbecue burgers on the grill with no barbecue sauce. I haven't eaten barbecue sauce in, 30 years. Since I was maybe like 10. I don't fuck with I don't eat ribs, pulled pork. I don't eat barbecue chicken. Okay. Fried chicken. I don't even like barbecue skinned ass chicken. Fuck that. No, I don't like that. But also, what I don't like is some of the narrative that's been put around Brock Purdy surgery. And what exactly that means for us coming up this season. And for, of course, our other quarterback, Trey Lance. So, again, Brock had the surgery, and I really want to know what you all think about that. Folks, let's get a couple of comments up. Romeo, you know why I said that? Amen. You know damn well. I know you do. Okay, so a little much I'm back. I was at a classmate's party, so I went, and the girls in my class forced me to sing Just Dance and call. Just call me, maybe. Is that what you're talking about? I know all the song. I know all the joints, Spongy. All the joints. What's the WBC? The World Boxing Council? What is that? Oh, what? World Baseball Classic. If it comes on regular TV, yep, I might check that out. All right, you know, Spongy, I got it. So, but again, Brock Purdy surgery. So it did go well. Now, what it says is that at the 3-month mark, so basically, because, you know, on Twitter, on 49ers Twitter, and shout out to 49ers Twitter, that is a hell of a place. But on 49ers Twitter, we have it set. We all have a calendar. Okay, there's a calendar on 49ers Twitter with marked off lines and everything for Brock, all his individual dates that we all believe should be. So I guess that's June 10th. Brock Purdy should be able to begin throwing the football. Now I'm thinking camp starts for us probably like around July, at least real camp. But that's OTAs, I guess, maybe, or you know, maybe the mini camp. Around mini camp, he'll be able to start throwing the ball. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that singing battle, you were the only boy? That's how you get the ladies, brother. Be the only boy in the area. Chinese food, probably. Unless it's some tacos I made on my own stove, then I'll take that. I eat that like 2 times a week, generally. Tacos that I made off the stove. But yes, June 10th, he begins to be able to throw the football. Now it's going to take him a while to. They say that the way that they would have to go is he have to start with those 10, 20-yard routes at the max, and then work up to 30, 40, 50. Now I don't know if he can get the ball 50 yards down the field, but still, Brock Purdy would at that point in time be able to just ramp up to different levels of throwing the ball as his arm continues to strengthen. And what about the surgery? Do we think that it's a possibility that this surgery makes his arm stronger? Because as we know, he was a great player for us last year. One of the major things for him was probably his arm strength or his lack thereof. So for this upcoming season, you know, when a pitcher gets Tommy John surgery, usually it makes them even a little bit stronger after. Now it takes them a year and a half, but it makes them a little bit stronger. So do you think that he has the chance, Faithful, to have a stronger arm than he does right now after this surgery? So June comes, June 10th would be his target date for beginning to throw the football, really get, motion and rotation with his arm. This is the worst blunt ever, by the way, folks. Son of a bitch. All right, so his current strength in his arm, they say that it can improve by this motherfucker having surgery. I don't know how the fuck that will happen, but that's what they say. So, I'm not a doctor, so I'll listen. But the surgery apparently will make his arm stronger, make it so that he has a chance to build up more strength, actually push and drive the ball down the field, actually drive it. You know what I'm saying? Pause. No, it's going to be, for me, it'll be tacos. No, it'll be burritos. Ground beef burritos, though. I don't fuck with beans. Don't fuck with any beans. Fuck the Eagles defense. Sorry, Spongy. Don't tell your mom. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Everybody, please say hello to one of my very close friends out here in Vegas. How are you doing today, Miss Sarah? We got the man John B in the building. What's up, sir? Good morning. What's happening to you? Top of the morning. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. We're talking a little Purdy surgery right now, John B. What are your thoughts on it, my man? Do you think that this can improve the strength in his arm? That's the main thing that I want to find out. Is Is his arm strength going? I think you're either getting better or you're getting worse, and that's in everything in life. So either his arm strength is going to improve after the surgery, or he's going to be worse. There was a on 49ers Twitter again, which I said is hell on earth. Just yesterday, it was going around the quarterbacks that had the surgery or any type of UCL surgery before him. I believe there are only 3 in the history of the league. I cannot remember their names right now for the life of me. It does not matter. But none of the 3. Oh, well, Nick Mullins is one, and he's, of course, Nick Mullins. And I can't remember the other 2. Well, we all know Nicky, though. That's why we don't want Nick back. But, oh, you know it, Sarah. Happy Saturday. Smoke up, Johnny. Look that up. Smoke it every day. You will. I don't know if you lost him or not, Spongy, but you might be. You might be losing him. My condolences, little man. My condolences. Yeah, Purdy's. So SG. So thank you, brother. So SG says Purdy's arm strength will improve after the surgery. I think it has a chance to. I would like to hope it does, because if it doesn't, that means that he's going to regress as a player overall. Period. Romello Ball says, or excuse me, Romello Bell. My fault, sir. My fault, brother. They got the new Bionic Man. It helped James out with surgery. He's better than Mahomes. Stop doing drugs, people, please. Amen. Church, Romello. Preach. Yes, I'm extremely happy. John V says, I'm extremely happy for him and his family first and foremost. I cannot imagine carrying that burden after a season like that. I couldn't either. He did a fine job by us all the way up until those damn Eagles did what they did. And we're not going to talk about that. Spongy says it will improve. So all of us, it looks like the consensus is that he will improve as far as the strength within his arm. John V says, I do, however, believe that he will compete, and I do believe that arm will heal and that he won't skip a beat. You got the nice little rhyme there too, John. You got the nice little, I like that. I agree with you. And a little tidbit for us all. Let's sprinkle one in, right? Jennifer Lee Chan, if you ask her, she feels the very same way, because she told a story this week as we talk about the 49ers week that was. That's what we're doing today, and it was a hell of a one. Boom, there it goes. 49ers week that was. So she said that once in high school, Brock Purdy, did you all know that Brock Purdy had mono one time in high school? And he prepared for the game. Now, he was able to throw the football. Okay, let's remember that. But apparently it didn't matter to her. He was able to prepare for the game mentally by doing sideline reps. So, yes, he is going to be absolutely ready for the start of camp. I'm just saying, John. Jennifer Lee Chan is the woman of the Niners, Lady Niner herself, Mrs. 49er. She's seen many a 49er dick, I'm sure. I wonder how that is with the ladies that cover sports and actually get interviews in the locker room, when over her back I see Dre Greenlaw in a towel. Now, I don't want to see that. Extra pause. I don't want to see that. But I see, Dre Greenlaw in a towel over her back shoulder while she's interviewing Debo or whatever. And I'm like, how many dicks did you get to see today, Jennifer? Sheesh. But yeah, so Jennifer Lee Chan said that he had mono in high school, had to be the backup for a little bit because he had mono. I think it was like 1 week or 2 weeks or whatever. And then he prepared for that game mentally taking them reps. So while these two scenarios have absolutely nothing in common, high school football and NFL football, fucking mono, and I can't lift my arm up, are very different. But still and yet, he is committed to football. And I do expect Brock to be ready as soon as he's possibly ready. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he's possibly ready, I expect him to be ready. She's extremely knowledgeable about the 49ers. She sees plenty of them probably half naked. She knows a lot about the 49ers. You're right, SG. Pause. Damian Lee, what's happening? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Please hit the like button. How are you doing today, Damien? Welcome to the platform. Thank you for stepping up today. Damien says we need to draft a tight end to take George Kittle production spot on the team. I'll be willing to trade up to get him. Would you be willing to trade George? Would you be willing to trade George? Damien saying what's up to the faithful. Please say what's up to Damien Faithful. Everyone, please hit the like button if you don't mind. If you are new, welcome. If you're not new, I love you. Welcome back. I love you too if you're new. I'm just full of love because I'm a Niner fan. What's happening, David? Pie cream on the face. Pause. How you doing, David? Good morning, bro. Thank you, SG. I'm just Lawrence, really, in my opinion. But thank you. John B says that UCL was abruptly the word you're using big words, my brother. You're stringing big words together, and it just makes it sound like it's tough, like it's rough for old Brock. The UCL was abruptly compromised. Now it's more procedures to secure that tendon. It wasn't weathered as the pictures. Okay, that makes sense. I'm married to a physical therapist, so I'm super annoyed with the questions. So you be hitting more questions all the time? You know what? This is always an interactive show. Always an interactive show. Please, I can give everybody a few minutes. Boom. We can do anything. We can take you anywhere you want to go here on Platform 246, including onto the platform yourself. Everybody saying what's up. You all know how much I love that. But we're talking Brock Purdy surgery. And Alberto says, I'm just glad we got our backup quarterback with Brock Purdy. Are you saying he is the backup? And what do we think? So that's the final thing on his individual surgery is what do we all think happens week 1, September 10th? That's the 6th month, basically. And like I said, on 49's Twitter, we have a running calendar right now with all Brock Purdy's dates. So please share the video, by the way, on 49's Twitter. Let other folks know that we are here hanging out this morning early on Saturday. Let them decide if they like me or not. I would appreciate that. Okay, so Damien says, no, I would keep him for his blocking. He helped keep Mike McGlinchey's job. Yeah, very true. Shout out to you also, Mike. See you later, brother. And there's the link. You can hit that link and bring your face or voice on. To the point, she wants to throat punch me, fam. I believe it. I believe it, man. That's how it happens in a marriage. My wife my ex-wife used to want to throat punch me all the goddamn time. I'm sure. Actually, I'm probably being facetious there. Okay, Spongy. Hopefully you got a song in your heart, Spongy. Hopefully you got a song tuned up in your heart. But please hit that like button for Spongy to sing a song for us today. And I like you as well, SG. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean that means a lot to me. That's what I do this for. Romero saying what's good. So Brock Purdy surgery, do we think he'll be able to? What week? And please leave that in the comments if you got a chance. My man on Twitter, Ted H. Shout out to Ted H. Just on his show yesterday, and what he says is he's pushing the narrative right now, and he's pushing it that by week 5, Brock will be ready to start a game. Now, I would assume, hopefully, maybe we're 4-0 at that time, or something like that, 3-1 at the worst. So then he would be prepared to start in the event that Trey gets injured. But what week do you think we'll have Brock ready to start? Do you think he'll be ready to start week 1? Does anybody think that after this surgery, everything goes perfect? If everything goes perfect, does that mean that Trey is our starter? Absolutely. Trey is a starter. Or at least for right now. You know what I'm saying? At least for right now. But will he be week 1 like we think he is? He'll be starting the preseason, or actually, he probably won't start the preseason. But will he be the starter for the team, or will, if everything goes right and he's healthy, 100% healthy, will Brock Purdy start week 1? What do we think, faithful? Please leave a comment. Let us know. I sincerely appreciate that. Thank you, SG. You're greater. Purdy, okay, would he ready to start week 1? I don't know. That's what we want to find out. But to be honest, what if Purdy's not even the starter regardless week 1? What if Trey Lance isn't the starter week 1? What if it's my cousin? What if it's my cousin Lamar Jackson? As you may or may not know, my name is Lawrence Jackson. Now y'all have my government. Okay. But what if it's Lamar? Trey has to be our starter. Even if Purdy didn't get hurt, got to give Trey his opportunity. I agree with that. That is actually my sentiment. My sentiment, and I want to make that clear right now, is that Trey needs to get a chance. We gave up a lot for him, and he seems uber extremely talented from my eye test. There were passes that Trey Lance made last year that no one else on the team can make. That's just a fact. Now, there are also things done that by the other 2 quarterbacks that play for, well, not all 3. The other 2 quarterbacks that played for us mainly last year did that Trey doesn't do so well or doesn't do right now at all either. And I think that that's just where we're at. And he has to show that market improvement come training camp to not make Kyle second guess anything. And now, comments are not showing. Does that mean that the stream is slowing? Oh, okay. I meant B, not he. Boom. They are showing now. What's up to Bromello? So what about Lamar Jackson, folks? Over the last 4 days, and we dropped a video down with our little thoughts on that here on the platform. So check that out later. Now, right now, as I always say, you already know. If it's not your first time on the platform, you know. Not right now. Later. But check that video out, please. Our thoughts on Lamar Jackson being a 49er. My first question is, who wants it? Who won it? Who won it with Lamar? Who's down to bring in another Jackson? My man in the building. One of my favorite guys in 49ers content creation, Ted Talks Ball. As we just talked about, I was on his is Spongy? Is Spongy in the building? Oh, can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I think I can. How you doing, Ted? Thank you for that. Please do as Ted said. Hit that like and subscribe button. And also, the link is in the chat. If you want to jump on, give your thoughts for a couple of minutes. Don't hog it up. Don't hog it up. Pardon me, get a little parched. Okay, so SG says, I would love to see Lamar Jackson on the San Francisco 49ers, and that would be very interesting to see that play out. Now, how does that happen? We have to give up Small Bear? Is that what we're doing? We're going to give up the Small Bear? Tia says, yes. She would like to see just yes. I want to see Lamar Jackson. Okay, Spongy says he's tripping. That happens to little kids, teenagers every once in a while, to preteens. It's okay, Spongy. Don't trip. We all trip every once in a while. How do we get Lamar? Let's see. We can ask Spongy what he would like to see. Give a couple of minutes to my man Spongy in the building.
Yo.
Thank you, Tia. What's up, Spongy? So the 49ers get Lamar Jackson.
I mean,
and
I wouldn't
just
be
destroy
shocked.
you.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked,
This is
but when you have
Go ahead.
two other when you have 2 other quarterbacks that are young in the future, do you really need somebody like him?
Thank you, folks. Spongy speaking facts. Spongy is 12 years old and an Eagles fan. We're not going to hold either one of those things against him, folks. Faithful. Because look at this facts that he just spit. We have 2. What the fuck are we doing, Faithful? What is 49ers Twitter doing for the last 3 days? Fighting over Lamar Jackson. We don't want to make the Eagles feel any worse than they already do, right, Spongy?
And no, we don't feel bad.
You don't feel bad. So how you real quick? How you feel for your free agency for the Eagles? Drop us some information on Philadelphia, because we have to play you probably week 1, sir. So what should we be looking out for with Philadelphia come September when Trey
Hassan
or Brock
Reddick?
or maybe Lamar Jackson starts?
Hassan Reddick.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I want to get Chauncey back, but I mean, we brought all these players in expecting for 1 year and we could win the Super Bowl, but then you have to pay them.
Yep. This boy knows his sports. He's 12. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? All right. So you brought all those players in, similar to what happened with that Inglewood squad. Shout out to Mac 10. But they fortunately were able, since they went up against the Bengals, they were able to win that game. It did not work for you. You guys went all in, did a bunch of trades or whatever, or so I don't know, whatever happened to the Eagles. I don't pay attention to no other team but mine. But you guys went in, did your business, got some people onto your team, and it didn't work out. So do you think your team can retain some of those people?
Yes, in the draft. I mean, I know we brought Brandon Graham back. I think he's our only free agent so far back. I mean, I know y'all brought Colton McKivitz back.
We did. So maybe he can block better for whoever's coming off your edge week 1, Spongy. Maybe he can block better.
I mean, if we can talk about, I'm going to talk about the draft for a second. I'm going to talk about the draft for a second. I like Myles Murphy.
Okay.
Edge.
What position does he play? Edge?
Edge.
He plays the edge?
Yeah.
You think your team has a chance to get him?
Yeah, I could see him going 10.
Yes, sir. But hit me with your yes, sir, real quick, Spongy.
Yes, sir.
You can see him going down. All right. So give me a final thought and then give me one of your yes, sirs.
So, yeah, I mean, I think.
There you go. All right. Thank you so much, Spongy, for stepping up with us. Hopefully you hang in the comments with me, brother. If no,
yep.
Oh, go ahead. You got something?
Yeah, I mean, if you're streaming around the draft, I'll hop in.
Go ahead, take your time.
If you stream the draft, I'll hop in again. And
all right, Spongy. So Spongy, hang out with us in the comments.
Yep.
I'll definitely be streaming the draft. We'll be streaming on draft day. So please, folks, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Spongy. Much love, my man. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're gonna be streaming the draft for sure. I went to the last draft. It sucked because we didn't have a pick for the first night. But Romelo says we need to start Trey, and if Kyle called the same goddamn plays he was calling for everybody else, we would have as many problems. But he probably wouldn't do that. He'd probably get Lamar Jackson hurt too. So yes, that boy is 12 years old, but he knows his ball. He knows his Eagles ball, and he will battle with you in the comments. He's a man. He is a man. Just imagine the damage Trey can do with CMC. Thank you, Alberto. We don't need Lamar fucking Jackson. We already have a Jackson on the team that was disappointing last year. Listen, faithful. We haven't seen Trey with CMC or with Kittle or with Brittle. My last name is Jackson, and I still don't want that some bitch here. Bosa, please Bosa the like button. I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate everybody hanging out with me. We got 8 people watching right now. It's Saturday morning and y'all chilling with me. That means a lot. And like, for real. I was thinking, like, damn it, I want to do a stream in the morning. I've never really done that. Who the fuck is going to want to get up and sit up on YouTube with me? But thank you all. And Albert says, and I wouldn't want to give up some. Nope. I think that's the biggest thing, Faithful, is that he says, I'm amazed that a 12-year-old knows about his sports. Well, let me let you know. When I was 12, I knew all the fucking shit about the 49ers, and there was no internet. Ask my mama. My daddy would tell you too if he was here with us. I miss you, Dad. Ask my mama. I knew everything. By the time I was 12 years old, we were winning the Super Bowl. I was sitting on my auntie. Tia, you know the story. I was sitting on my auntie's couch like this. I took your laugh off that quick. Nobody else, the whole Super Bowl party, everybody went outside because we were blowing the Chargers the fuck out. And I'm 12 years old. I'm just sitting there in disbelief that we're about to get number 5. And then finally, my mother walks in and she stands there on top. My auntie had a badass house. She stands on, it was a dip down into the den living room. She stands on the step and she says, "You okay, son?" I just looked up and said, I didn't even speak. And don't we all want that again? Don't we all want that again? It's been 28 years. I was 12. 1995. I was going on 13. I was 12 years old on that day. I'm a February baby. So I was going to be 13 in a little bit. I was about to be a teenager and I had a chip. I was a teenager and had a fresh chip. Now it's been forever. Some of us have had kids who don't even know what that's about. I have 19 and 17-year-olds that are just yearning for it because they don't know. I would damn sure have callers for the draft, SG. It's pretty much always a call-in show here. We don't have to put it in the title. It's always a call-in show. You ask for it, you get it. And then Smudgy knows more about baseball. You know more about the Phillies than you do the Eagles. Bryce Harper in the building. So I think finally, Lamar Jackson, I think what most of us fans that are using our common sense, because we have to give up the farm for him. We have to give up Trey. We have to, that's just pissing it, just pissing his mouth. Just piss all in his face. We have to give up Trey. We have to give up Nick Bosa. Lamar Jackson's going to get $250 million guaranteed dollars. Guaranteed. Our quarterback doesn't have an agent? No, we don't need Lamar Jackson, faithful. We don't need Lamar Jackson. What we need to do is just get Brock healthy, get development from Trey, and then use the weapons that we already have, right? And then maybe what about another weapon? Another outlandish fucking rumor that started this fucking week is that we want Prissy prancing, end zone dancing, Odell Beckham Jr. on our team. Let's talk about it. Somebody says he'll be there. Probably. Let's talk about it. Who's in favor of Odell Beckham and who's not? Raise your hand in the comments. Like throwing your ones up when we're watching wrestling and the bloodline comes up. Raise your hand in the comments. No, really. OBJ? So apparently, the 49ers likely not Kyle Shanahan because we know, similarly to the combine, he thinks he's too good to do shit. He'll send his minions, John Lynch included. Cowgirls, okay. Spongy, Cowgirl. I can't stand the Cowgirls. We all know that. We don't talk about them on this channel unless we're playing them. But our team was one of 11 teams who went to Odell Beckham Jr.'s concert, basically, where he, probably pumped music out into the stadium or the park or the high school, wherever the fuck they were at. And you may have seen a clip or so of him running a route and then catching the ball with one hand. Absolutely, SG. We can get a 49ers roundtable. I would love to have as many as the 49ers content creators on my channel as possible. We have an outstanding, I think we have the best content creator community in all of the NFL. Don't at me. Don't say otherwise. Argue with your daddy. My man Alberto says, no thanks. We're good with BA and JJ. Hey, man. That's not even to mention Debo, who's making $20 million. I think we're good at wide receiver. I think we haven't even seen what this is not Madden, faithful. I know we all want it to be. This is not John Madden football. We don't talk about them here either. And one Eagles. I don't know. No. Yes, it's not Madden. I would love to have you. Your seat is open. Your seat is open. You should know that already, SG. Your seat is open. Okay, but no, I don't think that we need Odell Beckham Jr. Kyle Shanahan, I'm sure was not at that whatever that you want to call that exhibition that OBJ had this past either yesterday or Thursday. And why would he be? The man has not played football since the Super Bowl, right? So he's now at a full calendar year plus 14 months or 13 months since he's played real contact football. What's he pushing, like 32 years old now? Anybody know how old OBJ is? He's always injured. We officially are the most injured team in football over like the last 5 years, something like that. It's a fact. It's a real stat. Look that shit up. So do we want to bring in? Thank you, SG. We try. I try to get every comment on the screen that comes up, literally. And if you ever want to jump on, folks, you can do that too. So do we need Odell, who is a oft injured player who's coming off an injury? Do we even know that he's fully healthy? And what is his biggest threat? Getting open on short passes or taking it deep after he catches it, or catching deep balls. Pause. What's his best attribute, and why do we not have it on the team right now? Please hit the like button if you think Brandon Aiyuk is a better route runner at this stage than Odell Beckham Jr. And subscribe to the channel if you agree with me that he is. Brandon Aiyuk right now is already a bigger fucking Odell Beckham Jr. is not going to block. Oh, thank you, folks. 30. Thank you, Tia. Love you. Have a good shift. Be safe. Catching deep. So Odell's best thing is catching balls deep. Pause. I didn't hit like 8 of them on the stream, sons, and you guys aren't even here to catch them. My sons aren't even here. But I didn't hit like 8 pauses. They would tell me that I was doing them wrong when it first came out. But I do that on purpose all the time because they hate it. My man. What's happening, Ryan? Good morning, brother. How are you doing? Welcome to the platform, sir. Thank you for stepping up today. Please, you already know, hit the like button. And folks, please subscribe to No Border Sports. Excellent 40. He does 5-hour streams. He will handle the end of your night sincerely. He will make the end of your night pleasurable. We'll need to do it. How you doing, Ryan? Are we slipping? Oh, maybe it's because my man is in the building. Everybody's saying bye to Tia. Am I still with y'all? Am I still here? I just want to make sure because the fucking things are not coming up now. The comments. Usually when the comments start pausing, there's a problem. So what I'm going to do then, just to see. Oh, John B says, without a doubt, thank you. Everybody's saying bye to Miss Tia. Bye, Tia. Be safe. Have a good shift. We're going to bring another Niner content creator in here and another real 49ers fan, without a doubt. My man, David, what's happening, sir?
It's Saturday. I don't have to work. Things are fantastic. We got the good news on Brock
Are you
Purdy.
in, David?
Yes, I am.
Can y'all hear me?
Well, see, I can hear you.
You're on with us right
can
now,
you hear
David?
me?
I think you are.
Okay. But yeah, Tia, have a good day at work.
This is an outstanding stream, YouTube and internet. Don't start fucking with us.
I'm going to see if my sound's working.
David. Who can hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's hitting the reset. But yeah, we got the good news on Brock Purdy. We re-signed our swing tackle, Colton Mikovits. And it's time to see if we can find another tackle. I honestly don't know if he's the starter. I still think that we're going to either start Jason Poe at right guard, maybe Nick Zakelj. and we're going to slide Burford over, or maybe Nick Zakel was training at right tackle, practicing. Or we could, I'm honestly looking at signing a 1-year rental for center, and maybe we'll draft a guy. But this is all yet to be seen. I mean, the free agency tampering period is coming, and that's when things are going to get interesting.
What's up, brothers?
What up?
I'm back.
Hey, can you hear me?
Thank you. You good? I think we're all good now. Y'all know my internet beats tripping, but especially when I'm hosting. But how you doing, Ryan? Thanks for stepping up, bro. Thank you, David.
You know how my internet is.
Let's see if this works.
Right. It's funny. I came back in.
So
I came back in, and you were
no problem.
hitting the blunt, and I was hitting the pen at the same time. We both choking. Yeah. Here's my question: why do you need to pause? Because OBJ taking the balls deep. It's not like you're just catching balls deep.
I still don't understand. Never.
Yeah.
Never.
So why do you need to pause? Because he is.
Because look,
that's his thing.
Killing me about that shit. My kids are killing me. Oh, SG. Let's get SG to five more subscribers, please. And subscribe to everybody. Subscribe. David, is your channel up and running? If not, it's going to be, folks.
Yeah, it's going to be soon. Right? It's going to be soon. I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for just the right time, because my life has gotten a little bit crazy. So, in about a couple weeks, it should calm down, I hope.
I know how you feel, brother. And please subscribe to No Border Sports. Like I said, these are some excellent 49ers content creators and my friends, my guys. Okay, thank you, Ryan. At least I'm back now. Hopefully, bye, Tia. Yes. Lawrence is delayed. Hi, David. Lawrence, you lost me, my guy. Sorry, folks. Hi. I'm here. It's a Gen Z thing. And yes, our man Ryan. So, how you two feel about Brock or Trey? That's not even what I wanted to fucking write up there. But anyway, oh yes, it is. Brock or Trey to OBJ. Should we be interested in that in any way, shape, form, or fashion?
To me, we could spend money a lot better on the defensive line than in the wide receiver room at this point in time.
David, you agree with that?
When it comes to our wide receiver room, I honestly think we're all set. OBJ, he's north of 30.
Yep.
And at this point, I don't think we need a 1-year rental, because we have Ayuk, Debo, Ray McLeod, Danny Gray, who got redshirted last year, and Juwan Jennings. So having him at number 6, I wouldn't be opposed to, but he's not going to be happy with that. Let's be honest.
He's a 6 wide receiver. You want to return punts? You want to return punts, OBJ?
Also, John, I'd like to point out safety. And shout out to Mariah, because Mariah like smacked me. Well, she didn't smack me. She awoke me to the fact that nah, we need safety too.
We do. Because Jimmy
and
Ward,
a third linebacker. A third linebacker. We're probably going to lose Aziz.
And then so we have Marcelo or Marcino, whatever his name is, Marcurry Ball. Right, I think he could play well this year, but he, that's if he goes from not starting to now being a starter or basically being Aziz, we need somebody behind him. So that's a good point too. But yeah, we definitely need safety because, Jimmy Ward, we signed him. He's already north of 30. So is Gibson. So we need depth behind them. Yeah, thank you for reminding me of that too, Ryan. That is an important position. You think that we draft that or sign that in free agency? Safety.
Both. I expect us to bring
big Ryan.
I expect us to bring somebody back, like either Ward or Gibson.
Yep.
And I think we're going to draft a guy to replace them. And it might be Jimmy Ward. It might be Jimmy Ward on like a 1-year deal.
That's what I was saying, Ryan. Is Jimmy? You know, we have to replace him, whether it be because his deal is small, or because maybe we signed him for 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. But he's 33 years old at that point in time. Which one do you think is more likely that he would? Because look how he's acted about the money, and I mean understandably so. But at the end of this year, before he saw his market, apparently he was really pushing that he's about to go try to get paid. Now nobody's going to pay him, probably but us. So which one do you think is going to be? The fact that he will take a 1 year deal with us, or that we need to get somebody because he's going to be ineffective soon? I don't think he'll take a 1 year deal.
The market's different this year. There's a lot of good guys that are just being cut, and those good guys are going to get picked up. And there's not going to be room for people like Jimmy Ward, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Because you might see other people like Jimmy. Like I just read the Bills are looking like they're going to lose both their starting safeties.
Yep.
Breaking, Bills expected to lose both Jordan Poyer and Tremaine Edmonds in free agency. Okay, so
Correct.
Those are two other really good guys, and then there's Jesse Bates, and Gibson, all in front of Jimmy Ward. And Jimmy Ward was bumped out of his role last year for a guy older than him. You know what I mean? Because of his play. So to me, I think Jimmy might come back, and I think it might be on a 1 year, deal. Maybe two, so they can move some of it into next year if they need to kind of get underneath some. I don't know. I don't know how they move money around, but that might be something where they sign them and then they restructure it or something and kick the money to the next year. And then, I don't know.
You agree with that?
When it comes to restructuring and kicking the can down the road, it really depends on what player we're talking about. If he's a young star, then okay, let's do that. He'd probably be around a long time. The older guys like Armstead and Trent Williams, I don't think we need to be paying those guys after they're retired and gone. When it comes to a guy like Debo, his play style, his career, he's not going to last until his mid-30s. And I would like to see that. I like Debo as a football player, but it 100% depends on who they're doing this with and, how it's getting done. Yep.
I agree with you both. Even if you're saying, different things, like I think that this could be a kind of a toss up with the Jimmy Ward thing. And really with free agency with us in general, because we have such a good team. I believe it. And we have a full team. We have a deep team. So I think it's just little pieces, and obviously the quarterback getting that solidified, that we need to get this team to where it's at. So thank you both for that. I appreciate you. Both of you, people are saying early stream. Yes, it's a rarity. It's a rarity. Say hello to our mod, though, Jong in the building. And it's not Jong X. The X is silent. Okay. It's just Jong. Yes. And yes, good morning to you, Macchiano. What's happening? Brian Cope in the building. What's up, faithful? Lawrence, Ryan, and David. It's a triple threat. That's all it is. I'll definitely have Kelts on again. I've had Kelts on before. Shout out to my man Kelts, and subscribe to everybody here. Brian Cope, Macchiano, do you have a channel? Love to have a Mean the Dream on. I think I follow him on Twitter. I don't know if we follow each other or subscribe to each other.
It's hard to get Amin on. Amin is a very smart young man, and his parents make sure that he does a lot of schooling. You know what I mean? And Amin does this in his off time. And man, if Amin decides to make this his career path, I think we've got a baller on our hands. And we have just watched, we'll be watching a young man turn into something that we all are like, I remember when he was, and look at him now. You know what I mean? We're going to be so proud for him because I think he'll go far. Ever since I seen Amin, I've been all in on Amin. Like, he's a smart young man, and he's funny. He's got he's charismatic. He's got personality. I think he'll be great in this. Plus, I like to see more people that don't look like me in things. You know what I mean? I like to make sure, I like, I like different shades of colors. You know what I mean? I like things that are different, and it's good to have different voices and different points of views. That's why I like Grant Cohn had the women's panel on yesterday.
I saw that.
They
Yeah,
had
shout out to the
great
ladies.
points. Yeah,
Yeah, of
they
course.
had great points. And to me, it's like the more different people you get in, the different aspects you're going to see in things. And then people are going to say something that triggers something in your brain, and you're going to say something great off of what they said. And if you don't have different experiences in life, you can't bring those things to the table.
What you think about that, David?
I like seeing all the different folks that are 49er content creators.
Amen.
I follow him, man. He is an intelligent young man, and he does do a lot of schooling and just doesn't have much time to dedicate towards his content creating, which you have to respect.
Yeah.
And there's other guys like Carcass. He's a little guy not many people know of, but he's in the same boat.
What's up,
His
Carcass?
parents make him do a lot of schooling, and he just doesn't have much time to dedicate. But starting that young, they could end up doing this full time, and this could be a excellent future for them moving forward.
I agree with you. It took me till I was about 39 to start this shit, so I started way too fucking late. But there's some people on TV right now that we all see, these old gray hairs that look like and talk like shit. So I got a long time to be able to do that. I think we all do. So fellas, you got some, I got like Carcast. We all love Carcast. Shout out to you, Carcast. We're gonna get you back on the channel too, brother. You guys got any final thoughts? We'll see if anybody else wants to jump on.
At this point, we gotta kill the off season, buddy. If we're gonna restructure a guy and bring in a high end right tackle, let's do it. If not, but then again, like we never saw Nick Zakelj hit the field really. I think he played a little bit of garbage time, but he was redshirted similar to Aaron Banks. So we don't know if I don't know if he was training at center. I've been trying to find information on where he was practicing, but there's really not much out there.
Ryan?
I'm sorry, I was in the middle of texting somebody about creating a show. What's up? What was the question?
Or just what's your final thoughts? Then you go prepare for your show. Amen.
Okay.
And let me know when it is.
Oh, I'm trying to get a show with a Seahawks content creator from last night. I'm trying to put together a NFC West show.
Is that what our guy? What's his name?
Joe Stevens.
Joe. Shout out to Joe Stevens. New subscriber here on the platform. I subscribe to his channel. Excellent content creator. I'm assuming he's going to be. He's just getting started, but we're going to help him out in the Niner land because we are the best content creators in the NFL. That's not a question.
You know what?
But go ahead,
he
Ryan.
said? He said he came to me. I guess he went to TED Talks Ball first, and Ted gave him some information. And I think Ted couldn't stream with him. I think due to time. So like time schedules. So I think he sent him over to me. He was like, "Hey, go talk to Ryan." So then he's like, "Hey, will you do a stream with me?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, we'll do it." You know what I'm saying? Just immediately like, "Yeah, let's do it." You know what I mean? And then he's like, I'm like, "Have you done your thumbnail?" And he's like, well, this and that. And I was like, "Okay, we'll go get Canva." Right. And so then I told him,
yes.
And then he's like, "Hey, is this look?" And then I showed him the app for Polish, and he was like, "Oh, I was just going to ask about it." As I say, "Yep, that's always the second step." So I pretty much, gave him the rundown, everything that, I know, for the most part, I'm baby stepping him in, but he's like, "Man, the Seahawks people, they don't care. They don't this and that." And I said, "Look, us 49er community, we figured out if we all work together, we grow together." You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's
and so Ryan.
Church. Yeah. Right. So I was like, we could, there's a lot of people. I set him up talking. I was like, "Oh, you should check out Payo Time." You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get a NFC West show going with him. But as far as to leave you with a thought, and it's not really you a thought, it's Kyle and Brock. Just calm down and let it happen. Just calm down and let it happen. Kyle, don't ask when he'll be ready. Just be surprised. Just be surprised when someone comes to you and says, hey, Brock's ready to go. Okay, don't ask every week. Don't ask him how he's feeling. Don't do any of that. Just let him know, hey, we can't wait for you to get back. Or maybe that's even a little too much. I just don't want Brock to think he needs to get on that field sooner than he needs to. And I don't want Kyle to, because somebody asked last night in the stream, do you think Kyle even cares about the player's health? And I think, yes, totally, 100% Kyle cares. But I think Kyle also caring about wanting to know what's going on might seem pushy, or might, get people into thinking that they need to be back early. And that's what I don't want, because there's a fine line here. And if you cross it, you're talking about noodle arm forever. And that's not something I want for Brock. You know what I mean? I don't care about the 49ers. I don't want this for Brock. You know what I mean? Came in, did really good work for us. When he first got drafted, I thought that is the most 40-year-old, 20-year-old I've ever seen. He was sitting on the couch, he was sitting in the big chair, dad's chair, with cargo shorts on, white tube socks, and tennis shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy looked like he had almost already retired. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had seen so much already. like he had been sitting in that chair for 30 years of his life already at this point, every evening after getting home from work. And when I saw that, I was like, this guy seems and he's got that baby face. And I'm like, this guy seems weird. Turns out the guy's a consummate pro. And he's probably got spreadsheets of things. And, he's just, consummate pro. The only thing he wants to do is be a NFL quarterback. And he's doing everything he needs to be one. And it's kind of like Trey Lance. You know what I mean? Look what Trey Lance has done. Everything he needed to do to get to a place, even though people said he couldn't. We got two guys who don't listen to the outside noise and know their worth and their value. And let's just make sure both of them are healthy.
I could not have said that better. And excellent word, consummate pro, excellent phrase. I love that. I love that phrase for a long time. You just reminded me of it. Very well said, brother. To you both, thank you so much. Hopefully you hang out still in the comments if you got some minutes. I appreciate you, brothers. Be safe. Happy Saturday to you. And thank you to you, David, for holding it down when they knocked me off the platform.
Always, buddy.
Y'all be safe, all right? All right, folks. So we have my men, David, and right there for us for some minutes. David handled me when they kicked me off the platform, knocked my ass down, right? So I always appreciate that when somebody's done that for me. Ryan Hensley did that for me one time. You know what I'm saying? The Ryan Hensley Show. Check him out too. I follow him on Twitter. We subscribe to each other. Excellent 49ers content creators. We got so many of us. But yeah, I got kicked off. That's why I don't do early streams. That's why I usually don't I want to have all the content creators, all of us big ass Niner family from Twitter and 49er land here. Thank you. As we're trying, we're giving y'all some we got a lot of shit to talk about. It was a crazy week for the 49ers. I'm just saying, Spongy. And speaking of craziness, we talked about the feelings that Brock has in his arms, the feelings that we all have for the ability to possibly get Lamar Jackson. But how does Trey feel? How does Trey Lance feel right now? Thursday night, Trey Lance was on Twitch streaming Call of Duty. I know that because my sons put me up on that, and we actually watched Trey Lance. He was wearing a pink fucking beanie and a sweater indoors, sitting on Twitch, cursing like a young kid does, playing Call of Duty, seemingly in good spirits, despite the fact that all of the motherfucking faithful have been shitting in his face and pissing in his post toasties and cornflakes since basically the 8 days after he got drafted here. And why? Why? What has he done to you people? He did not sleep with your daughters. He's tried to give you everything on the field. And if there's a fan fucking base in the NFL that salivates and masturbates over what people actually do when they put the uniform on, it's us. My motto since I was a kid, before I even knew the shit, was I'm pulling for the name on the front of the jersey, not for the name on the back of the jersey. If Trey Lance can't make him dance like I think he can go. But right now, John has not given him a chance. Yes, Ryan had a 5-hour banger last night. It was a gangbang last night, 5 hours on Hub. Pause. Boom. All right, on Ted. It just kept, you know how the internet be doing. You know how the internet is. Fuck the internet. Trey ain't letting the haters get to him. Yes, he's just sitting there playing Call of Duty because he's a young king and a young G. And come June, when OTAs start and the balls start winging everywhere, and we all get the reminder of just what Trey can possibly be, will you take it easy on him a little bit? Will you take your foot off the gas on his ass a little bit, Faithful? Will you? Or will you not? Because he was just sitting there Thursday night playing the game, laughing with his friends. Comments is going up. I'm feeling old and stupid because I'm watching a 22-year-old play on Twitch, and I actually downloaded that app for my sons. Just said to do it. My sons, get Twitch, Dad, so we can watch Trey and Debo on Twitch. Why? But I was doing it, and he was just playing along, chilling. Now, he has a lot of money, a lot of adulation, a lot of hate. A lot of hate. But he was just sitting there chilling. And that says what? It says, apparently, Trey is not letting those haters get to him. That includes you, Colin Cowherd, Jennifer Lee Chan, Peter King, Chris Sims, Matt, Lombardi, good McMorning. Yes, McNiner McMorning. Aloha, loyal to the red and gold. Niner gang or don't bang. It was never James gang. It's not the Debo gang. It's not the Brittle gang like Django. It's the Niner gang. And if Trey cannot represent the Niner gang like I believe that he can, like I hope that he can, then he can Lance dance on out of here somewhere else. Right now, Kyle Shanahan has not given him an opportunity to do that. What he's done is not stop, other than starting him. Kyle thinks he doesn't have to see. That's what Kyle Shanahan's biggest problem is. One of them is that he's so arrogant. He thinks that he doesn't have to explain shit. That's why he hates the press conference racket. That's why he didn't go to the workout for OBJ, likely. That's why he didn't go to the combine, we know, because he thinks that he doesn't have to explain shit to people. Because he knows everything, because he's the smartest guy in the room and the NFL. So he doesn't feel the need to explain or say, this is Trey's team. The fact that he drafted Trey, traded away all of our biscuits, sprinkled cheese all over everybody else's draft, but ours. We're never going to pick another first-round pick. Despite the fact that he did all that, or the fact that he did all that, and he started Trey last year after he redshirted him like he does every rookie that he drafts. Let's be honest. Unless necessity says otherwise. This fact that he redshirted him and then started him, that told us all that Trey is Kyle's man. Pause. Trey is Kyle's man, right? It's you know, we're getting up there in age, Ted. But Trey is Kyle's man. That's what Kyle wants us to believe. He says that his actions, I'll get it to you, Spongy, somehow. I'll get it to you. My man Ted Talks back in the building. Good morning. Or at least maybe you're still here, Ted. But anyway, thank you, my brother, and thank you, Bryant. Everybody saying what's up. Y'all know how much I love that when we all speak to each other. Don't be rude. Because when I go into a lot of into some individual YouTubes and I speak, the people don't speak to me. Don't speak back to me. I think that I'm not. There's some people that maybe dislike me out there in the world. It's mostly ladies. No, I take that back. Yeah, no, yeah, maybe mostly ladies. I don't know. But anyway, BC. Let's not get any more. Where's Chardall at? Is this Chardall here? Is this Chardall? Chardall, is that who SG is? Chardall, why you didn't say that? If that's what that is, please somebody let me know. Niner gang or don't bang. All day, every day, Spongy. You can't say that. You're from the East Coast. And you have a team that's on the East Coast. But yes, back to Trey Lance. I believe that this season he will get a chance to show people, and I think he will. At least my hope is that he will. I do also believe that he has had this in his life and his career since he started. Everyone coming out of high school apparently wanted him to play safety, running back, or wide receiver. How many 6'4" safeties do you see? My man Chardall. Much love, bro. I haven't seen you in a while. Glad to know that this is you. So he went through that in high school, going into college. He wanted to go to Minnesota. But they didn't want him. So he went to North Dakota. Balled out there for 1 year. COVID took his second year. I think we all try to erase COVID from our memory. And then he came out, played one game, threw a pick, and then came out. And Kyle, that was enough for Kyle Shanahan, who we all, even if we think he is an asshole, generally believe is just about as smart as he believes that he is, right? Don't we, Faithful? So Trey is drafted by Kyle. He follows his plan. And Kyle, even though he still doesn't trust him, runs him like juice. And, snap, crackle, and pop, he leaves his ankle on the 25. And some of our fans were generally happy when that happened. Juice and James had the biggest Kool-Aid smiles you ever saw. Back to Niner football. Losing in it, getting only so close. Yeah, but the person that could possibly, I believe, the only person that's on our team that can win us a Super Bowl, in my opinion, is Trey Lance. I don't think Brock Purdy can beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I think he can beat whoever that guy is in Philadelphia in the NFC Championship game without question. But I don't think he can beat motherfucking Patty or his brother's aura. But I think a fully developed Trey, or even an almost fully developed Trey Lance, has the best chance to do so. But not a lot of faithful think that. Not a lot of faith, for many reasons. One, because he replaced James. Two, because he was going to be the first black or the next black quarterback after Colin. Lamar's black than a motherfucker, and Trey's light skinned. So Trey's mixed. His mama's white. His daddy's black. His mama's white. So what the fuck? Lamar Jackson's black than a motherfucker, but y'all willing to take him? He has never won anything in the playoffs either, though. So how does Trey feel as the quarterback, as the leader of our team at this point in time? When he's set to start, the locker room is not behind him, or at least not the entire locker room, and the majority of the faithful are not behind him. They're not even beside that motherfucker at this point. Right now, Trey Lance is under the ground to the faithful. And I just want to know why. We're not going to talk food, though, SG. We're talking Trey Lance right now. Let's respect Trey Lance, y'all. That's the problem, I think, with that. Enough of us do not respect Trey Lance. What has he done wrong to us? To you? What did he do to you, Peter King? Besides give your old Peter Griffin looking ass, Stewie Griffin looking ass, an interview early in his career. John V says, I don't believe it has to come down to Purdy or Lance to beat Mahomes or Hurts or Burrow. I did. That's why I stopped short of saying Burrow or Allen, but they were going through my head. But because I think that they can beat all of them. But it comes down to our skill players in space. That's true. It comes down to protection on the offensive line, Kyle, by the way. If our quarterbacks can be accurate enough and smart enough to execute Kyle's scheme in the game plan for that respective matchup, excellently said, John. I believe they just have to make those throws. And we didn't get a chance. Now, see, the thing is, though, is what is the game plan from Kyle? And that's what I mean by Trey versus Brock. Right now, Brock Purdy is light years ahead of Trey Lance as far as knowing where to go with the ball quickly and getting it there. Thank you so much, Shardall. Put the ball in the hands of the skill players every day and twice on Sunday. Twice on Sunday. Well, right now, Trey actually is putting the ball in the hands of some skill players, right? He put out a week ago a request, a beg. He begged for receivers and for hands, college receivers, because all of our team, my point in that is that everybody's on vacation right now. He didn't play all fucking year long. So he wants to play football right now, and everybody else is tired, motherfucker. Okay, I get it. But there's still an aura of how many, if all things fair, how many of our receivers would have been lining up to get with him? Would George and Juice been right on the first thing smoking to where Trey was ready to start throwing? So he's actually putting the ball in the hands of position players right now. Nobody else with a contract with a red and gold is doing so. Is capable of doing so right now. Still and yet, most of us act as though that man does not exist or wish as though he didn't. Do we think that at any point, and that's the question I want to leave the faithful with regarding Trey. Let us know what you think about that, folks. For me, on top of my head, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Hurts, Herbert. Trey Lance, number 6. No. Do you think it's going to affect Trey Lance this season at any point, at any time in his career? The noise. If he goes 0-1 and then somebody eggs his house and they invade his Twitch stream with hateful rhetoric, do we think it's going to affect his play? Fucking faithful. Get it together, faithful. Back your players. Okay? Back your players. Back your players, faithful. We're supposed to be faithful. Don't be no cheating ass punks. SG says, I don't know why people throw so much hate and shade and dirt and piss and shit on Trey Lance. And you might not like him, but let him develop and stop criticizing him. Amen, Shardall. SG with an excellent comment there. So, lastly, all that said, do we need to go upside John Lynch's head? That's going to be the final thought for today. Free agency starts this Wednesday, March the 15th. John Lynch can be a bit of an annoyance to me at times. I love our GM. I love you, John Lynch. You have done an outstanding fucking job. I think you were the executive of the year last year, John Lynch. Of course, they didn't give it to you because we know that everybody hates the 49ers. But I also think that you remind me of a car salesman, John. And that at times you will say anything and try to use big words or say automatic transmission or catalytic converter to confuse the people around you, or Stanford education, because you don't tell the truth enough. That's what I honestly feel about you, John. And I wonder if you can help curb us, the faithful. We all want Trey to develop. Hopefully, at least because if nothing else, he's a player on your team. But I think that John Lynch doesn't tell us the truth enough. And I think he has the ability to um, help curb the way we all feel about the team. Because we faithful really do feel for this team. That's why there are so many of us content creators. That's why we're so passionate about everything that goes on. That's why we are so knowledgeable about the team, why we follow everything and we make all these goddamn other YouTubers and Jennifer Lee Chans and Matt Mayokos and Grant Cohns rich or wealthy or well off or okay, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because we yearn for the 49ers and we yearn for everything good and positive about it. But John Lynch, you talk in circles with enormous words that I generally understand personally, but a lot of us don't. And why is that? It's like a politician or a car salesman. Like a politician or a car salesman. And I don't like it, John. I like John V. No fault of his. The team fucked up early when it came. Yeah. Is it time that we maybe move John Lynch out of the GM spot, maybe into a development of players, the president of player personnel, and move Adam Peters up to John's spot as general manager? And absolutely. But was Trey Lance given the same fucking playbook that Brock Purdy was given? I say no. What I also say is the GOAT, big city in the building. Thank you for getting here, brother. Better late than never. And you know how much I love having you on the platform. Thank you for stepping up. Please speak the like button, my man. I appreciate it if you haven't already. Thank you so much. How's your Saturday? Happy Saturday, man. Thank you I'm glad you got in on the early stream. We don't do it often, but we had to get up on a different platform today. We had to get up on the early platform today and talk to some faithful. Peters will have his chance, there's no doubt in my mind, but we succeeded everywhere else in every other position minus the quarterback. Absolutely. And that's what we're talking about primarily. That's what's the biggest separator, I believe, of this fan base and of our team, of the players, has been our quarterback for the last fucking 4 years. People who love and hate James. Everybody in the locker room at that time loved James. But over the last 2 years, I started to believe that's started to lessen a little bit. Some of our players have jumped off the James train. And they were willing to jump on the Brock train or the Trey train or any other train. But is that the fault of John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan? Now, the rumors that they allow, Kyle Shanahan, and I should have put his name in here too. Should we go upside Kyle and John's head this offseason? These fucking rumors, Odell, Brandon Ayuk is already a better fucking route runner than Odell Beckham Jr. today. And he blocks 3 times as well. No, we don't need OBJ. No, we don't need Lamar Jackson. We have Lamar Jackson Jr. I'm Lawrence Jackson Jr. We have Trey Lance. See if he can be better than Lamar, a bigger, better thrower than Lamar. Maybe he doesn't run like Colin, like a gazelle. But what if Trey Lance is better than Lamar Jackson? Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch can shut these fucking rumors and shit down. But Kyle Shanahan doesn't think he needs to do that. He wants to go to Cabo and Barbados and Africa and wherever the fuck else. Santa Monica with Joe Staley on vacation and not talk to the media, not talk to anybody. Think that he doesn't have to explain himself because he's the smartest man in the room. And John Lynch is number 2 with that. He went to Stanford. Lynch be tripping. He needs to calm his amen. What's happening to CG Ruthless Sports in the building? Please subscribe to CG Ruthless Sports. What's going on, brother? Please hit that like button if you don't mind, bro. The only problem I have with Johnny Kyle is that they allow themselves to be influenced by certain players in the locker room. That's what I'm saying. And is that why he doesn't shut anything down? Because does a locker room run the team? In Trey we trust, Trey gang or don't bang. Trey way or no way. But we also got the Sturdy Purdy too. Hashtag Sturdy Purdy. Hashtag Trey way or no way. There's nothing else. No Lamars, no James. Trey area. It's time. But it has to be Kyle and John Lynch. You know, John Lynch stepping to the podiums over the last 10 days and saying shit like, Trey's got to stay healthy. Motherfucker, what? Everybody on the team is not healthy right now, except for Trey. Trey's the closest thing you got to health than somebody that's a newborn right now on this team. What the fuck are you talking about? Your outgoing asshole free agent isn't even healthy. At least he wasn't healthy a month ago. But Trey's got to stay healthy. No quarterback on this team. You lost 2 quarterbacks in one game. No one on Kyle Shanahan's team at the quarterback position stays healthy. So why do you name Trey? Absolutely, CG. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah. Exactly. You amen. Because they want to keep the players happy because we restructure so many contracts. I don't know what that means, SG, but okay. Purdy ain't sturdy. Yes, he is. Hashtag Sturdy Purdy. Hey, SG, let's talk about that outside the stream, my man. Let's talk about that outside the stream. Thank you. He has made some great moves, but he's made some massive mistakes. Thank you, Big City. He has. How long is that going to go on? And how long is the placating to the locker room going to go on? How long is John Lynch going to allow hate for his fucking starting quarterback, Trey Lance, to go on? Yes, and that's the thing. That play, we all debate that. He could have gave the ball to Debo, whatever the case is. Kyle wasn't calling the Purdy plays, though. He didn't call that play for Purdy because he can't. And we have to remember that. Trey brings that element to the team. If he hits the correct gap, you know, gets time, gets reps, not just throwing the ball, but running the ball. Well, speak on it, Big City. You want to jump? Do you want to jump on? If you got a lot to say, you have never been on the platform. Bow. The thing is in the comments. Appreciate you. Funny how they chose to treat James when he was injured. He's injury prone as fuck. We have to move up to 3 to get our new guy because he's injury prone, not because he was limited. He is. But because he's more so because he's injury prone. You know the way he ended our last season? The reason we even know who Brock Purdy is, besides the 262 on his first jersey, because he can never stay healthy. Because he juked off the wrong leg, going out of bounds and then back into bounds, juking off the wrong leg, snapped his own twig. But Trey has to stay healthy, John, huh? He cracked his finger on the helmet or whatever. Trey cracked his arm on an arm. I mean, Brock cracked his arm on an arm. He snapped his ankle, cracked it, left it on the 20. It's still sitting on the 20-yard line. Pieces of it. James tried a Euro step off the wrong foot, snapped his knee. James, I don't know what he was doing when he pirouetted, did a black swan, and then ran up to try to get to the edge, going nowhere, and then took people down on top of him. pause, and cracked his ankle. But Trey has to stay healthy. Big City, you want to jump on? I can't stand him either. I can't stand him either, John. John Lynch can, though, apparently. John Lynch is a big fan of James. If you got a lot to say, though, you need to drop it in the comments. You can set me up for it. We can do another video. But that's my final thoughts. Kyle and John, this year, just open your hearts. Open your minds a little bit. Every time a quarterback gets injured, an angel gets his wings in San Francisco. Folks, thank y'all so much for watching tonight or today. It's usually tonight, but now we're in the twilight zone, and it was a morning show. So thank you to everybody who got up with me early, 9:15. We kicked this off, and it's been spectacular. Hopefully we have a spectacular season, a better off season going forward. Free agency starts March 15th. Who should we sign? Whether you watch this video with us right now, later, tomorrow, next week. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. It was great having you in, man. We got to get you on one time as well. When my stream, you never know, but please. But folks, let me know how you feel about free agency coming up March 15th, this Wednesday. Who should we be looking to sign, or maybe even just at what position? Please leave that for us in the comments. Thank y'all all so much. Spongy, don't put me on the spot. I don't know, sir. I don't know. But if you're subscribed to the channel with your notification bells on, bing, if you have your bells on, you'll know. You'll get a text message, a Twitter, a Twitch, a Zoom, an email, Gmail. One of those, they'll send you a message and they'll tell you that Lawrence is going to be coming with a live stream at this time. Be there. Step up onto the platform. Thank y'all so much for watching. Niner gang or don't bang. Stay faithful to the Bay, y'all. Stay faithful to the quarterbacks that are already on the team. Big ups to Brock Purdy, manning up, getting that surgery. Excellent, excellent, perfect recovery. Please, Brock, we need you. Whether it's week 1 or week 7, we need you. Trey, brush them haters off your shoulders and just get ready for OTAs. And I'll see you on Twitch. Y'all be safe.